Ah, yes, it's out of Tom Lehrer there with Poisoning Pigeons in the Park. One of my personal favourites. Yes, I'm a little bit twisted. I should probably be taken into care. Food for thought. Anyway, this is Total Biscuit on Blue, please. And yes, they did let me on the air with the microphone. I'm a cynical Brit, and I'm actually quite annoyed at this point. And it's not because of the listenership, because you guys have been fantastic tonight. It's been a great show. What annoys me, folks... If you haven't seen the Family Guy movie yet, which you really shouldn't because it's not quite out yet, but I kind of sort of acquired it, but yeah. You know what really grinds my gears? What really grinds my gears is mods that replace essential functionality from the player. That means automatic mods. We're talking auto-loot, auto-pot, auto-totem, auto-gaze shield. That kind of thing. And that really annoys me. You want to know why? I've gone through this many times before, and I've always said this: World of Warcraft is not a skill-based game, and before you come bashing down my door, hear me out for 1 second. World of Warcraft is based on 3 things. Every encounter, every combat in World of Warcraft is based on 3 factors. The first factor is formula. The second factor is equipment, and the third factor is luck. Everything in World of Warcraft, combat-related, can be dropped into those 3 categories. Your build, formula. Your attack order, formula. Your equipment speaks for itself. And of course, the random element of luck. It's how RPGs have always worked. That's what made them different from anything else. They take some control out of the player, away from the player, allowing him to concentrate more on the role-playing and less on the technical side of, did I hit this, do I have to aim for this guy's head, etc, etc. They changed the whole way gaming works, and that game, of course, was Dungeons & Dragons. No skill involved in that game either, but it was damn good fun to play, and that's the thing. Now, the thing about formula is, the person with the better formula, the better equipment and the better luck will win. It's the way it goes. Now, having the best formula requires a degree of deduction. It requires a degree of game experience. I wouldn't necessarily call this skill. Because if anyone, and I kid you not, anyone who is basically competent with World of Warcraft was given the same gear as you, the same attack order, and you were both ordered to go at loggerheads with each other, the person who won would be the person with luck. You both have the same equipment, you both launching the same spells. It's luck that prevails. There's no skill there. There's no skill in using a different order, because that's simply a different formula. A formula that someone could quite easily learn. It's not skillful to learn that formula. It's a formula. However, that's the sacred triad. Formula, equipment, luck. And what is breaking down the sacred triad, the Triforce, as I would possibly put it, sorry, too much Zelda, anyway, is automatic mods. I hate them with a passion. And it comes back to the Alterac Valley issue. The looting, there's an auto-loot mod. There is a mod which automatically loots. So if someone's running that and someone isn't, well, the person who's running it wins. Takes control away from the player. Don't like that idea. It's paramount to botting, in my opinion. There is a degree of stuff that is okay with automatics. You know, reporting readings. That's cool. CT raid assist, that kind of thing. That's all good. That's fine. That's information that's in the game already. Auto-looting, auto-potion. It's never... I haven't really been able to comprehend why anyone in a game which is designed for fun would use these and take control away from himself. Surely that makes the game less fun. If you were playing 2 games, the first one, you had to control your character, use spells, etc, etc. The second one, you had to run around, aim vaguely in the direction of things, and then the computer would do the rest. Which is more fun? My argument, the first one. The more control you give to the player, the more immersion you get. But some players aren't interested in immersion, they're interested in competition. They're interested in enlarging their E-penis, as it were. And they can do that by using automatic mods. It came to my attention a while ago they did a change in 1.6 where Ignite was effectively nerfed. And it became dispellable. Unfortunately, it was a change aimed at intelligent people and given to idiots. So I haven't had a problem with Ignite, because no one is smart enough to dispel it. Fair enough. If you want to take extra 40% damage, fine with me, no problem at all. However, some people use a decursive. Yeah, the actual name of the mod, I believe, is decursive. And that really pisses me off. How can people justify using mods which take away from the immersion, the experience, the way the game was intended to be played? I can't understand it. It all comes back to competition. People want to compete, and they will use any edge they can. It's a sad state of affairs. I've got one more last thing to talk about, and it's an update on the Zul'Gurub 20-man, quote, casual, unquote, raid instance. But the Murloc is battering at his cage, and he wishes to be let loose for another 2 minutes or so of total madness. So, ladies and gentlemen, I introduce to you the last feature of the night. It's the one and only
Ask the Murloc.
Oh, that's where my button was. Okay, we'll let the Murloc out for 3 minutes and 3 seconds. Ladies and gentlemen, be warned, the Murloc is a very unpleasant individual, and he may steal your things. Enjoy.
Ask the Murloc.
Dear Murloc, is it against the World of Warcraft policies to download an unofficial patch?
Come to save the world from its own ignorance, it is I, the Murloc. Ha ha! Like an eternal dance of poetic justice, I come to steal your women and read your emails. The short answer to your question, my dear boy, is bleh. The long answer is yes, as it is against World of Warcraft policies to download an unofficial patch. By doing so, you are funding terrorism, causing third world children to die of malnutrition, and are alerting Blizzard's crack anti-wares hit squad to your location. Expect to be horribly clubbed to death by a squad of masked men in approximately 2 minutes' time, yes. The Murloc claims your valuables for his own. Ha ha!
Ask the Murloc.
Dear Murloc, when in parties I'm often the person attacked by mobs, monsters, etc. I ask my party members why, and they tell me it's because I aggro the monsters. Can you explain the whole aggro system to me?
You blithering idiot! I'm surprised anyone let you group with them in the first place. Okay, I'll humour you before your imminent demise. Ha! The aggro system is coded into the monster's AI, if you even can call it that. And it's designed to exhibit a degree of threat prioritizing behaviour. Basically, it goes for the ugliest, fattest kid in the party, which is, of course, you. The solution is cosmetic surgery. That is all. There is no other option. Unless you want to live life as fatty aggro boy. I bet you have no friends.
Ask the Murloc.
Dear Murloc. Hi, I was turned into a rat when playing about an hour ago. Around 5 o'clock GMT. My picture and name changed to, on the upper left hand. I could run around, it was not like polymorph. It is some kind of spell or something? I was not quick enough to take a print screen.
What in the blue place is you dribbling about, you foolish woman? That's not even a question. And what's your damn life story? This is Ask the Murloc, not whinge to the Murloc about your relationship problems. So, anyway, this could be taken in 2 ways. Perhaps you're a metaphorical rat, and the game is telling you just how smelly and disease-ridden you are. Or perhaps you are indeed a rat in person, in which case I would tie you to a stick and create a rat flail, thereby fulfilling my quota for obscure webcomic references for this evening. Rats? Oh, God, why did you send me these slavering peasants? What did I do to deserve this torment? Oh, well, I must be off. I've got a fresh baby in the oven.
Ask the Murloc.
Now, Medros is asking me. Medros, of course, the presenter of Know Your Role, a fantastic role-playing show on Wednesdays. There we go. There's my false enthusiasm for the day. Anyway, he asked me, how can I possibly advocate freeing the piggy and yet keep the Murloc in a cage? It's quite simple. The Murloc is not a creature. The Murloc is scum. He is, really. He is scum. The only reason I let him on the show is I need to fill 3 minutes every week. I shove him back in his cage after feeding him a little horse tranquilizer, and then kind of leave him there to rot in his own entrails. Murloc is evil. The Murloc is a danger to society. I'm never going to let it out of the cage, but the piggy is ripe for eating, and trust me, I've tried the Murloc, he's not very tasty. Anyway, last issue of the night, folks, Zul'Gurub. Interesting stuff. The plan for Zul'Gurub was to make a 20-man raid instance. 20 man, not 40, 20. And it was going to have loot, apparently, somewhere in between Molten Core and what was the other thing? Yeah, Diamol. Molten Core, Diamol. That's it. So a 20-man instance that apparently you can finish in a couple of hours. Now, I have an interesting post here from a guy I've come to quite like on the American World of Warcraft boards. Blizzard poster who actually talks sense. Always nice to see. Rather than towing the party line. Gives us some interesting information. So, he's saying about Zul'Gurub. It's a raid team. It's 20 man. And apparently it's almost finished. Which is good. And it's full of bosses. Full of them. Absolutely full of bosses. So it's a more casual instance, full of bosses, and apparently most of the encounters are scripted. Heavily scripted stuff. So if you've seen the Ragnaros fight where he basically complains at the executors and then smacks him and then goes for you. Kind of like that, apparently. So there's going to be scripted encounters, and there's going to be different ways to beat each boss. Good stuff. But apparently, while it is casual, it has a damn hard learning curve. So it's going to require good teamwork, good coordination, but only 20 people. Ideal for smaller guilds, and ideal for people that cannot spend 4 hours in Molten Core on a night. And that is quite a few people, has to be said. It's a very positive thing that Zul'Gurub is coming in, I think. But we do need more instances like this. We do need more content. And that's cool. And the best thing about Zul'Gurub, in my opinion, is it's not going to be a second-rate MC. There are going to be items in there, according to Tigol, the Blizzard poster, that everyone is going to want, no matter where they've been. So we're looking at items that are obviously interesting enough to attract hardcore MC grinders, and yet not totally overwhelming and superseding Molten Core Blackwing Lair. Good stuff. It's the kind of thing we want. Now, I may have time for the Imbecile of the Week. Let me see if I can find my Imbecile of the Week. Damn it. I've just realised I've deleted the Imbecile of the Week. Wasn't that good anyway. So, ladies and gentlemen, you have been listening to Blue Please here on WoW Radio. I'm going to play a few tracks to see us out. I'll be going through the stuff from the Working As Intended and see what I can find. See if there's anything worth posting. And there is. It's good to see that the people who listen to Blue Please have a brain. At least one between them. Great, I've lost all my listeners now. Anyway, let's get on with it. Let's finish the show. Thank you for listening, folks. The archive will be up soon. Thank you to Daryl Laganka for his amazing interview. Thank you to everyone who helped me out on the content team. You guys rule. And of course, thank you to the listeners. Because without you, this show would be absolute bollocks. Even more than usual. Hard to see it, but yes, it could be worse. You've been listening to Blue Please. I've been Total Biscuit. I'm starving, I've got very little to drink, and I'll probably die by tomorrow morning. Tune in tomorrow for Downtime Down Under, and of course the Iron Forge Metal Show, if that's your thing. And the rest of the week we have Wednesdays, Know Your Role. Thursdays, the Town Hall. And Friday, May. This is a rumour, folks. May see the return of the Round Table Debate and Quiz Show. Possibility, we shall see. Saturday, of course, Alphaless bringing you the WoW Radio Saturday Night Show. He's never been very good with original naming his show, has he? Never mind. It's a good stuff. So, again, If I haven't repeated enough already, thank you for listening tonight. This has been Blue Please. I'm going to sign off with a couple of tracks. And a shout out must go to the WoW Guru team. Head over to wowguru.com. At least I think that's their website. Providing you with all the information you could ever possibly want on WoW and there's some. wowguru.com. And shout out to Zeeg for his excellent work on that site. This has been Blue Please. There's only one way to go out on a Blue Please, folks. You know it. You love it. Enjoy.